showtime.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us. 71 degrees out there already this morning. Going to be a warm one. Hopefully that rain is out of here for today. I'll tell you more of that in just a moment. But he's ready. He's fired up. And I'm so glad we have
I gotta tell you that. Good morning, I'm Jamie Cooper.
Handle him today.
This is Athens in the AM. Thank y'all for getting up with us. Glory to you in a moment. It might be some rain coming.
More rain.
Zach, get off the phone. We got a show to do. Zach, currently operating as sports director at ZTV.
Currently?
If you don't start giving me some official information, the sports show brought to you by Hometown Market. Glory will have specials for you coming up in just a moment. So y'all go by and shop any location. There's 5 near you. He's afraid in my esteemed panel this morning, but before I go to them, I'll go first to weather. Let's get that out of the way where I can get cranky.
Don't forget it. That's right. 71 degrees out there. It's going to be nice today. Only 20% chance of the showers in the forecast. Those can be those summer scattered showers. So it's touch and go. Some may see just a small shower. Some may not. But tomorrow, high temperatures today, rather, around 90, 91 degrees. 94. It's going to feel like 100, though. Heat index is going to be quite humid. Tomorrow, 85 for your high. 80% chance of those showers and a rainy weekend expected. So there it is right there. SaveWithGloria.com. Go fill out that simple form and find out how hometown lenders can help you save money, close quickly, and help you with even a new construction loan.
All right, let me tell you about my guest up here this morning. We have a female up here today who happens to be a basketball horse shooting champion.
I hope you won.
Nancy, is that correct? Huh?
Yeah, claim to fame. Yeah.
Claim to fame, that's right. Stan's always popping off how he was another Shaq on the, out there ready to go basketball.
After all the accomplishments, that's what's going to be.
That's it.
Actually, you are a clinical psychologist?
Clinical social worker.
Clinical social
But can you tell people a little bit
Can you tell
screwed
us
up?
that he is crazy?
I mean, looking around this room, your immediate reaction, who in here
She's going to make
help?
a fortune.
You know, I can honestly say that we all need help.
Oh.
We're just good on that. So
Speaking of that, Greg, you're not my only friend that has claim to fame knowing Paul Feinbaum. Hang on, Stan. Somebody else has outdone you this last week.
Uh-oh.
Reggie, original Reggie Jackson over there, hung out with Evander Holyfield, didn't you?
I did. He's a great guy. Good morning, Cooper and Company.
Yeah. Oh, there you are right there. Which one are you, Reggie?
I think I'm the one in the red. I'm the shorter, slightly more handsome guy. We both have great haircuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
That blind lady still doing yours?
Yes, sir. I tell you what, man, he was a good guy. He didn't have a lot to say. He's a man of few words. He speaks softly but carries a big stick. But he's very encouraging, very supportive. I met him at a boxing tournament. Real quick story. I have a guy 61 years old. His dad's fighting terminal cancer. And he wanted to do something fantastic with his life before his pops died. So he entered a boxing tournament for Masters and won a championship, won his belt. So he got a chance to share that with his father. And I'm just really proud of him. Evander Holyfield got a chance to meet him, called him champ, and it was just a good opportunity to step outside your comfort zone and do something incredible.
Hey, and we got to mention that is the guy who just went in the Limestone County Hall of Fame this year, Keith Scripture, former Athens Bible School pitcher and played for the Cincinnati Reds, who did that.
Great. All right, we'll talk all about that coming up in just a little bit, too. Top that story, Stan.
Zach.
That's a good story. Evander Holyfield is a great guy. We met him at a track meet one time. His son played for Auburn. Did you know that?
Might have known.
His son was a wide receiver at Auburn.
Might have known.
Okay.
You'd bring that up.
He would know it.
Are you a Bama fan or Auburn?
He wasn't the guy who caught it.
Auburn.
Man, y'all people stick together like that.
Holyfield was Evander Jr. was not the one who caught it in the end zone around the 109 yards on the way back against Alabama. It was not the same guy.
Not the same guy.
No. Not the same.
Stan is also fills in for Dale Jackson now on a regular basis, and y'all can tune in over it. By the way, tomorrow morning from 6 to 7, every Friday morning, you can hear Anderson Cooper live from 6 to 7 on the Will Anderson Show.
That's
it's Anderson Cooper, the straight talk. It's me and Will Anderson. You get it, Nancy? Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, not.
Right now, let's go to the man who goes all about sports, our sports director himself. Hey, Zach, what about this new girl going to 31 I heard about?
Oh, I mean, apparently they getting a new sports director, so they getting all the good-looking women. Y'all stuck with me. Welcome to ZTV 11 Sports, brought to you by KFC, the best fried chicken in Athens and Limestone County, and also Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Who we'll have Pete Lamb's little boy on, Jamie.
Great.
Saturday, Clint Lamb will be live with us, talking a little SEC and Alabama football, and we'll also have Roger Wexelberg, the president of the new baseball team, and they'll be down to the final 5 when we interview him Saturday. So the final 5 names who they went to the city council meeting complaining about, which I think stupid. Get a life, people. It's a baseball team. So we'll have him on, and we'll talk about the final 5.
The opinions of Zack are his alone. I have my attorney present here this morning, too, Zack, so don't be
Well, me and Todd, we agree with that statement.
Who?
My co-host, Todd DeBall.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's talk about that right quick. What are
Those
some
top
of the
names.
top names?
Well, Thunder Sharks is what Mojo's got, and I'm with Mojo. I think you got Trash Pandas,
Army
the
Ants,
Lunatics, the Army Ants,
Comet Jockeys,
the Puppy Dogs,
Glowworms, Lunatics,
I just call them the
Lunatics.
Rocketeers, you know.
I like Moon Possums. How about that, Stan?
That is pretty good. I kind of like Thunder Sharks myself, but Moon Possums, I like Trash Pandas.
I mean, like I said, Stan, this is a minor league team. They always have crazy names. Somebody said, I think they ought to be the Madison Rockets. Who cares about going?
What about the puffy head bird
Yeah, that's the
legs,
stupid one right there.
Yeah, that is.
space chimps,
No.
space sloths, thunder sharks,
That's
trash pandas?
Trash Pandas.
They could call them the
All right, Zach,
Fire.
continue with sport.
All right, here we go. Hey, congratulations to Hazel Green's basketball player Kyra Lewis, who originally would have been a senior this year, but somehow he got reclassified, and he will be playing basketball for the University of Alabama.
So you
this
just
fall.
get to skip your senior year of high school now?
He was able to reclassify himself.
Well, can I
Lawyer Stan
reclassify
might be able to
myself?
explain that. I don't know how you reclassify yourself, but I've seen that happen in the past. So,
We will have you diagnosed before.
hey,
anyone is
good
over.
article on my buddy
Diagnosed.
East Limestone's Lucas Terry, who is a long snapper, and he's being recruited by some D1 schools, including South Alabama, Purdue. And while we're talking about East Limestone, tomorrow night at Kavner Field, 5 o'clock Indian night, we'll also have a scrimmage. So come on out, East Limestone folks, and see that. Hey, I just found this out today, but Lindsay Lane has a football
Baptist
team.
Church right down the
They
road.
only
Have a
have
bunch of
12
members in here.
players, and they're playing junior varsity football with it, and they're going to actually play Clements September 4th, and their first home game
Correct.
will be the following Tuesday at Woodville.
They only have 12 guys
They're
on the
playing
team.
on Tuesday nights, a 7-game schedule.
It's a start.
So that's very interesting. I had no idea on that. Stan will like this. Right next door, former Auburn player and Decatur High School player Gerard Powers will start co-hosting the show with Arky Shea on the UMP 6 to 10 August 27th called Lockdown Coverage. So
Stan, that's why we need to get us a radio show.
we'll see how that goes.
Radio sports show. Law and sports.
So we're going to talk about law and sports. There's plenty of law and
We're about
sports
to talk
these
about
days.
it.
And
What's in USA Today
finally,
alone.
Ronald Acuna is only the 4th player in Major League history to hit leadoff homers in both games of a doubleheader. Would have had maybe a home run last night, but they plucked him the first pitch, inches clear, and now we don't know.
That didn't
how
count
bad
as a
it is.
bat.
Huh? It
That
didn't
did-
cancel as at bat. So Street's still alive. X-rays were negative, but they're doing a CT scan.
You done?
It was a thuggish move by the Marlins. So I'm
Get 'em,
mad,
Zach.
Brad.
Fire up, Zach.
Back to you, Jamie.
All right, Stan, coach, let's talk about this. Both Meyer and Durkin failed as football coaches. What they're saying this morning in Christina Brennan's article in USA Today, that both of them should have done the right thing and gone ahead and resigned. Stan, what do you think? Talking about Ohio State football coach and Maryland's football coach.
No, I don't. I disagree with that. I don't think you just up and resign just because something happens on your watch. You got to be responsible for it, and they should be responsible for it. But as I said last week, you've got to have evidence. It's got to be admissible evidence. You can't just now you know that what they're going to argue is that there's too many distractions and that they're not going to be able to carry on. Well, I mean, you know, the university is the author of that. They either need to make a decision and move on, but I don't think it's just they need to quit.
The quote here from, if they practiced what they preached, they both would have already resigned.
He said if you lie as a coach that you should never be allowed to coach again. And Zack Smith, we just found out that he was arrested with a DUI.
Yeah.
And an Ohio State graduate who was a judge reduced the charge.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, and this was all under Urban's watch. He didn't tell Urban apparently, but Urban had enough, he knew enough about this guy, working with him in Florida, to not rehire him. That's the problem. It's not what he said or told his higher ups. He said he's a coach.
All right.
He could have fired Zack Smith anywhere along
All
the
right,
way.
Coach Skipworth, I have given you your assignment. Given you your assignment. Because guess what, Stan?
What's that?
I don't have a bucket list, but I just started one. You know what's on top of it?
What's that?
It'll be almost 40 years ago, 38 years ago, Labor Day weekend, that me, the one and only, Jamie Cooper, the only person y'all will ever know,
Dumb enough to do
wrestled
what
a
he did.
bear on live television and got the tail whipped out of it. But I want to show that and talk about it on Paul Feinbaum. And he's going to deliver me there. Well, there it is right there, as a matter of fact. But see, Nancy, watch the way I move. Now, I know you may not know I have that kind of athletic ability. And here I'm about to put my greatest move ever.
That's before your knees went by.
After that, it was kind of all over. But you were just a child then, but I guess you were born by then. But
That's what a bear can do to you.
anyway, that's my most famous stunt ever.
No, I have seen this one.
Good.
I have seen
I like somebody
It's
says
nice to
they've
get
seen
beat
a
up
lot
by
of
a bear
stuff. With that in
occasionally.
mind, we'll come back and play Nancy's favorite game. Today's her first day, and Reggie's a multi-winner up here.
That's
Well, Coach
right.
Skipworth probably holds the record for winning up here, but today was Ada. We'll play Judge Jamie when we come back. Y'all, hang on.
He used to. He does.
And now, yes, Judge Jamie, Nancy Johnson's favorite time of the day when she tunes on every morning to watch the most popular show brought to you by, can you hear me now?
Nope.
Zeke at One Love. Here he's got 6 locations in North Alabama, the main one here in Athens, Alabama. Let me explain. Reggie, you may have forgotten, but this is when we play the game. Nancy, this is the wrong answer. This is the right answer. I have scanned newspapers. They still make those. They'll come in print. They usually deliver them to you in the morning.
Yeah.
I've read about 5 of them this morning. Stan, you know how to play. You're a winner. Multi-winner. Probably holds the record for winning the most up here. Coach Greg Skipworth.
That's right.
Limestone Track. Here's the first question. Whoever gets closest, you don't have to be precise on this. All right? When, according to Mayor Battle, Stan may know this one because he's kind of informed, and Governor Ivey,
Kind of informed.
the report came out August 8th. When does it say they will get started on widening Interstate 565?
2043.
2043 and 2045 is the right answer.
Are you kidding me? 2045? We'll.
Go ride, big deal.
Huh?
Go ride, big deal.
We'll be in the 80s there, Zach.
I hope, pray I'm still around, Skip.
Students will spend since they've delayed Superintendent Trey Holiday, good friend of ours, they have delayed opening Athens City
Ooh,
Schools.
they were eating him up the other day, too.
Poor guy.
The opinions of Zack on this show represent
I'm
him.
just saying the news people was getting on it
How many days will they serve in the middle school?
to November the 15th.
59.
I was
But
gonna
you
say
have it,
60.
56 days. I said, how many days, Zack? I didn't say what day.
I'm sorry.
All right, so you know how smart he is on the end? He's already up 2-0 on this credit, and the winner gets a can of Vienna sausages.
Oh, yay.
I donate them
I
to the
gotta up the
homeless.
game.
Have you ever had some of these?
I have.
Do you know what famous town a local hero grew up in? Used to be named Vienna?
I have no clue.
New Hope. You know where New Hope is?
I do.
Between New Hope and, between Gunnersville and... Have you ever been out that way lately?
Nope.
Do you know what famous American is from that town?
Who? You?
Have you not seen that? Have you not,
Yeah, say them behind you.
have you not seen that carving my brothers did for me?
Oh,
Yeah, we missed that.
you know, somehow I did miss that. I've got to slow down in life to catch those things.
I miss that every time I go by.
Huh? Over in Hartselle. Football. No, I said, wait a minute, I skipped one here. Let me go back. Go back, Brad. Stay with me. They had North Cortland had a traffic stop the other day. A guy was speeding and they smelled marijuana in the car.
No.
Yeah, sure did, North Cortland. What did they find in the car?
A snake.
Zach, I'm going to let you have it. They found a snake, but they also found $2 million worth of other reptiles that they were delivering illegally to places in it. They found lizards, snakes, freshwater fish, saltwater fish, rabbits and guinea pigs, parakeets, mice, hamsters, and crickets.
Are you serious?
All in one car?
That's
All
an
in
idiot
one
right
car. Now, I think they were delivering them legally, possibly, but, and they also had found 2 boxes of dead crickets that had died in the commotion.
That was what
Probably
really
from
set
all the
them
smoke.
off. Crickets.
Yeah.
That's stupid, right?
Well, they were probably using the crickets to feed all those things.
Goodness, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably exactly right.
That would make sense.
So that was humane.
Decatur Daily this morning, Hartselle coach Tanya Larbarger enters her 22nd season over there this year in volleyball. How many wins does she have?
900, 943.
750.
I got to give it to Coach Skipworth, 899. When they play August 24th, she was trying to get her 900.
Big Beanie's probably calling
Man,
me.
you are on it today, aren't you? All right, they just did away with plastic straws. What is the next thing? You know, I can't believe
Plastic-
Todd. Todd's the one that took
Hey,
shot these pictures before they ever seen them.
plastic tops on the cups.
Balloons.
Plastic.
Balloons is the right answer.
Balloons.
Balloons. They're trying to do away with balloons now, and they're going to quit releasing them like at Auburn, where they release a lot of balloons down there every year.
It's dangerous for the birds.
All right, the Mustangs turned 50 years old. Joseph Witherspoon, he's up in Detroit, your hometown.
Yes,
Doing
sir.
some things up
Put
that
on
way.
the
Bucket
car
list.
show.
They just did the 10 millionth Mustang.
Wow.
But a lady bought the first one, April of 1964. She still has it. There it is right
Wow.
there. What did she pay
There's
for it
Gail.
brand new?
2,500.
2,000.
1,750.
More.
1,000.
3,000.
$3,700. What's it worth today? Well,
350,000.
$350,000.
500,000.
That's all right.
350 to 400.
Who is the filmmaker in the newest movie called, as soon as I find it is a Christian movie, and it is coming out, and the aim of it is, I can't find it quick enough, he and his brother are producing it.
The Batemans.
It's also got 2 of Forrest Gump stars in it, including Eddie George playing a college recruiter. The name of the movie is Run the Race.
Is it the Irwin brothers?
Who?
The Irwin brothers?
You know, it's close but wrong. The Tebow brothers.
Oh.
Tebow
Really?
brothers.
Robbie and Tim Tebow.
Oh, man. I'm
What
sure Carl
famous
let you be on.
musician
He will.
is 60 years old today? Come on, Todd.
Famous
Musician.
musician.
60? I don't know.
Todd
You
always
listen to her
shot it.
records, it's kind of like a material thing.
Madonna.
Hey, look at her.
Oh, good. Good, Jamie.
Sometimes I have to give them to them. You're judging who's a smart one in and out, aren't you? All right, now we'll move
She's
over to some
observing.
hard questions. All right, hard questions. And all you millions of people playing at home worldwide as we go live this morning right here. All right. What part of the body millions of years ago, according to scientists, was the last part to evolve?
The brain.
The big toe. Why was that?
I have no idea.
Because we needed it to be able to climb. We didn't have to have it to climb trees, and we could climb trees better with it. And then it finally evolved to where you could walk more upright.
Now, who is telling you this? Okay, well,
Yeah.
there you go. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
That
We have a
explains it.
photo of one of those early people trying to walk.
Brain, come on, Brain. Man, come on, man.
Oh, poor
Zach, I'm
Zach.
telling you,
Dang, dude.
if you would shave your head like that and get an earring,
Reggie,
it would be a
watch
whole
out.
new war. Tell him, Reggie.
I tell you what, make a commitment. That's a fantastic haircut, young fella.
I can't go there. I couldn't do
Get married in
that.
30 days. You did that.
Scientists have come out with after much studying, new research suggests what happens when you drink vodka and Red Bull together.
Stupidity.
You die.
Yeah, you die.
Stupidity.
That's not the answer I'm looking for. Wrong answer.
Improves your dancing skills exponentially.
Well, that's true, but it also says, and I could have told them this, research shows that people should be aware that drinking alcohol and energy drinks might impair their judgment.
No kidding. Wow, that's pretty good, Einstein.
Yeah, drinking them independently will do that too.
In
You're right. Brad.
Selma, 2 NFL seasons ago, a father and a son were watching an NFL game on a Sunday afternoon. What happened?
Ooh. Somebody probably
They
died.
shot each other.
They busted
Pulled
up
guns
the TV.
out. And,
I gotta tell you, that's the daddy. He shot his son in the chest with a gun. The son survived. But one of the comments was, I don't know what they were arguing about. He could have watched 2 TVs at once.
They call them left eye.
What were they arguing over? Come on, you've seen stories like this before. You've seen abuse like They got him for domestic violence.
I'm
So what were they
sure.
arguing over? Is it a football game?
Yes.
Chicken wings.
Oh, chicken wings.
And the district attorney said, man, that must have been some good chicken.
hey, speaking of chicken, go to KFC and get all the chicken you need.
Y'all know who Andy Cohen is?
No.
The gay guy on Bravo.
Yeah, Bravo.
Whenever he's on- What happened to him on his flight to Paris?
He got beat up.
Just happened this week.
Look at me, I have no idea.
There he is.
On his flight to
Someone was
Paris?
mean, I'm
Y'all didn't
sure.
know? Y'all ain't heard this?
No.
He looks
3
like
and
a dude from Friends.
3.5 hours into the flight, over halfway, they had to turn around and come back. Instead of going on to Paris, which would have been 20 minutes quicker in the
my
long
goodness.
run, to fix what?
His glasses.
Explosive diarrhea.
The toilet. They had to turn around because the toilet broke on the plane, and instead of going on to Paris, they turned around because they had better equipment and repairmen to repair the toilet on the plane.
Oh my
Did
goodness.
my goodness.
Andy stop it up?
I thought that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
No? I got 2 other simple questions here. What is
Thank
the
goodness.
newest travel center gas station to open in Alabama?
Travel center. Gas station?
Stuckies.
They only in Texas. This is the first one out of Texas.
I never heard of this.
Not
It opens in Baldwin County coming up next year. Buc-ee's.
Bucky's never.
There it is, Buc-ee's right there.
Oh, yeah. I've
How many
seen that.
gas pumps will they have at this Buc-ee's in Baldwin and Foley?
30.
30. Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Goodness.
120.
Hey,
That's
man.
too much.
Wow.
120. What are Bucky Nuggets?
Bucky Nuggets.
Some chicken fingers, chicken nuggets,
Zack knows he's our nugget expert.
chicken nuggets.
All right, last question. Well, I'll give y'all a chance to redeem yourself, Todd.
I need it. I need it.
All right, here we go. You ready, Nancy? Last
Ready.
question.
She's
Ready?
fired up.
Los Angeles. Police are investigating a video that shows a man spanking a what?
A monkey.
Monkey.
That dog.
Really?
Dog.
How did I know
That's a
that?
good answer, but that's wrong.
Oh, snap. I don't know.
Oh, Nancy, we make so much money in this room.
You guys just all come to work with me.
Hey, a squirrel.
The guy
Squirrel.
broke it. The guy broke into the zoo.
I hate squirrels. What I do, Brad?
Was caught on video spanking a what? They're still looking for him.
A dog?
No telling.
A hippo.
What?
A hippopotamus is the right answer.
Yeah,
But
hands on that one.
surveillance camera caught him. They're looking for this guy right here spanking a.
Man, what's this pick on Zack day today? Come on, Brad.
If anybody has seen this guy,
I promise you, I would not be hitting that hippo because I could not outrun that hippo.
a hippo will kill you. Those things are
They
really
kill,
mean.
don't they kill more people than any other?
Yeah.
So, I believe that's right.
You're right, Jay.
Thanks, Brad.
You're
You're
fast.
kill.
Mines or anything.
Most of it's,
What are y'all, hippo experts?
it's in the water. They move really fast underwater. They
Very
overturn a lot of
fast.
boats.
I hope you've learned something today, Nancy,
Yeah,
that
I
you
don't
can
know if
take
she's gonna
back
come
to
back.
your office.
Spank a hippo.
When you're meeting with clients, you call them clients or patients?
Clients.
When you meet with them today, you can say, hey, did you know they're looking for a guy to spank the hippo?
Yes, and their anxiety will just go.
Do they have hippo rights?
That was good.
And
I don't know what lawyer would ask that. We'll take a break. Coach Skipworth, you are the weenie eater winner today. We'll take a break. Be right back. Y'all, hang on.
welcome back on this Thursday morning. 71 degrees. We only have about 20% chance of those showers in the forecast today, but it is summertime and they are the pop-up showers, so we could see 194 for your high today, and it's going to feel hotter than that. Very humid today and tomorrow. 80% chance of those showers with 85 for your high. 85 sticking around, as well as the rain for about the next 5 days. SafeWithGloria.com. Check it out. Hometown Lenders would love to help you on the closing of that home.
What
Quickly.
did you just call me?
Narcissist.
I wonder if Nancy can have, if anybody ever goes to her,
Yes.
we'll talk about
I
that.
saw her website, and that's definitely
If
something
people
she
talk
can
about themselves a lot, can they come and talk to you about themselves?
spend an hour talking about themselves. Yeah,
But they got to
that's
pay.
great. Yeah.
They got to pay them.
Yeah.
Got to pay them. Reggie.
Hey.
Up
New
here.
person to listen.
Coach Skipworth up here. All right, Reggie. You've been hanging out with Holyfield. How you know him?
I don't know him, but I had a chance, well, that's my second time meeting him. He's like I said, he's a good guy. He's always involved with community activities. He's a very big supporter. We had the opportunity to participate in a master's event where people that are of more mature age still can compete in a physical activity like boxing. And I have a guy, Keith Scrimsher, 61 years old, decided to enter his first boxing tournament, and he won. So he's the champ of his age division. We had guys competing 71 years old, 72 years old. And, it just took it takes a big man to step in the ring at that age, really at any age, and try something new. So I'm proud of him. He's the champ. And Holyfield had an opportunity to come in and congratulate the people that competed, and he's a good guy.
Now, over in Decatur at your studio over there, fitness studio, I know you taught us to box, and I only had to have a few lessons to realize it was sport for me.
Yeah, that's
you do that on a regular basis, don't you?
I do. It's ridiculous. Some people play golf, some people go fishing. I like to box, and it's just one of the things that it relaxes me.
Now, you hitting the bag or you hitting the person?
Hitting the person. Hit the person, Jamie. Yeah.
That just rolled off the tongue.
Yeah. Well, it's just like I said, it's another way for me to compete. Look, I'm not a football player. I'm not 6'5". I can't run a 4.340. Can't play basketball.
Not a lot of us can do that, but some of us
Right.
can.
So this is just something that I'm in there competing with guys my age, guys my weight, and may the best man win.
Are you still doing the Mojo Show, Motivational
I
Mondays?
am, and thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, I have the opportunity to reach people, and God uses me to spread some positivity, some encouragement, a little motivation for people that life is beaten down sometimes, or they go through the regular humdrums of maintaining day to day.
How can people hook up with you on social media?
Easy. Facebook, Reggie Jackson Speaks, or Instagram, or Snapchat, Sarge5296.
All right, let's get on to this bucket list. I was just talking to Coach Skipworth, and he came in here this morning. Of course, I'll be having a milestone birthday coming up 2 weeks from today, so I'll be accepting gifts up and then through September 1st, that weekend. I never thought I'd still be doing all this stuff at 65 years. Never thought I'd be 65. I always just thought that was... And Nick, let me tell you something. All of a sudden, it's there. You're older. But, I still act like I'm about 30, don't I? I can't move.
You
like
are
I was
so
30.
building a good clientele for Miss Nancy.
Right.
All right, so what is on your bucket list, Reggie?
You know what, Jamie? You're my hero. I never
Thank you.
okay.
Let me hear
one
that
of the
again.
things-
Don't
You are my
encourage
hero.
him.
Look, okay, the amount of courage it takes, well, for craziness or courage, that's a discussion we'll have at a different time. But you wrestle a bear. Look, your bucket list should be something that gets you outside your comfort zone, something you take a risk, and something that's exclusive to you. Wrestling a bear.
I was 27 years old.
It doesn't matter. That's fantastic. Wrestling a bear.
No alcohol was involved. I was working.
Wow. Well, see, I don't understand
probably got
that.
workman's
I would
comp.
need
Pierce
some
the
beverages to
body.
probably motivate me.
I could have probably got workman's comp for that.
You probably could have. I want to ride a bull. Now, I want
I've
an
done
old
that.
bull. He needs to have 1 foot on the plate and 1 foot on a banana peel.
That's dangerous.
Yes, exactly.
So
So-
you're an adrenaline junkie.
I guess so, but I want to ride a bull. I want to
but-
wrestle a bear.
but you
I
wanna
want
go-
to smack a hippopotamus butt.
You also want to go deep sea diving, but you're scared of
I
water.
do. I want to go deep sea diving because I'm scared of deep water. Why not? And caving. I'm scared of tight places. I want to go caving.
Why? I tell you what, we'll take you cave. You know where we can go?
Yep.
Cathedral Caverns.
Sure can.
Okay.
You ever been there?
No.
It's the largest cave opening in the world.
Okay.
It's an hour drive from here, and it's a state park now.
I'll go with you. Deal.
But I mean, it ain't like you're in a,
Small.
yeah.
Really?
I'm sure
well,
there's
it doesn't
areas
matter.
in it.
I don't like tight places. Claustrophobic, I guess. So, but I want to do
You ain't
it.
gonna freak out us in here.
Yeah, that's what I was
Maybe.
How do you go to the dentist?
Oh, well, that's different. That's necessity. I tell you what, if you get a toothache, you're going to the dentist. That won't let you
Enough
go
about
into
your
it.
Smiles,
personal,
don't
enough
forget
about your
them.
personal problems. Let's talk to Coach Skipworth.
Right.
Track season started yet?
Yeah, we have our first meet a week from Saturday down at Moulton at Lawrence County High School.
Good.
Well, school's been back in session, what, a week now?
Yes.
Anything new this year?
We have a new principal. Got a lot of, it's a new vibe. Everybody's excited.
Good.
You know, we've got some really good runners this year. And I think, you know, when kids move up a grade, it gives them a chance to experience something different. And so some of the kids that may have had some adjustment problems the year before are doing better this year. So I deal with kids that, you know, make the poor choices, and so far I've only had to deal with one, which is a drastic improvement from last year.
That's awesome. All right, let's talk about, you're a regular call-in on Paul Feinbaum's show.
Yes.
A couple people from Athens I noticed never call.
I know.
But yeah, you're also a good friend of Paul Feinbaum.
Yeah.
What is your prediction for this year's Alabama football team? Let's just start with it first.
I think it's going to be great. You know, the major concern, if you have one, is in the secondary, because they're all
We lost 6 to the NFL.
we lost six of them. So just from what I've heard, it's been coming together really well. And our toughest games are going to be LSU, Auburn. You know, those are the 2 big ones.
Typical stuff.
Yeah.
Same old same.
All the rumors, I'm getting all these texts Saturday and everything about Tua throwing 3 touchdown passes. I'm sure y'all heard too. Jalen throwing 3 interceptions in the scrimmage. What's all this leading to?
Well, I think in the end, Coach Saban's going to find a way to incorporate both of them. And I think that Jalen's going to stick around. He graduates in December. He's not going to leave 15 hours short. Now, if he's made up in his mind, if he's not starting, that he's going to leave at the end of the year, you know, it's up to Coach Saban. He can use them 4 games, or he may use them for 5 games and burn a year of eligibility, because Coach's primary concern is doing whatever is necessary to put the team in a successful situation. If that means playing them 6 games or 8, you know, and what happens if Tua's a starter and he gets hurt? So it's important for Jalen to have the right mindset to take up.
How bad did what Jalen say a week ago Saturday, how bad did that hurt him? Because you listen to Paul's show and everybody on there is, hey, he never should have said that. How bad do you think that hurt him in the long run?
I don't think it necessarily hurt him. It sounded worse than what he was really saying. He was just frustrated. You got to remember, this is a 20-year-old young man, and he's probably heard a lot of negativity since the end of the ball game against Georgia, and it's not something necessarily that Coach Saban likes. Any coach doesn't like when their kids go off the rails and start speaking emotionally, because when you speak emotionally, you say things sometimes that you don't mean to say.
No, never done that.
So she could attest to that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk with Nancy in just a moment up here.
Words are
all right, let's go
powerful.
back. Let's go back to me for a moment. Gonna get me on 5-0?
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you that video.
Great, more of him.
I want to get on there and talk about almost 40 years ago. I wrestled this bear. My most famous stunt at Dixie Auto Parts the other day. The old guy comes and says, "Jamie, that bear beat the hell out of you, didn't it?" I said, "Sure did." Still talking about it though.
Yeah, I like that.
Busted my nose, bruised my rib, but I hung in there, Reggie. So I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about interviewing Joe Namath naked, and a couple other famous stories I may have to tell. So you can get me on.
Sure.
If any of y'all are listening, I'm going to be Rover from New Hope, because that is my official name now.
Gee, no one will know it's you.
No, he probably won't. Anyway, all right, roll tide.
Roll Tide.
We'll take a break, come right back. We'll all need some help here at the moment, so we got somebody to fix
We
us
need
right
help
up.
now.
Y'all hang on. And back in action. Coach Skipworth has left the building. We won't talk a whole lot of sports here. Nancy Johnson. Exactly what is your title, Nancy?
I'm a licensed clinical social worker.
Which is what?
But basically, I do therapy, same thing as a psychologist would do, but I do not do testing. So therapy, assessments.
Can you write a prescription?
Can't do that.
So you're
That's
not a
probably,
psychiatrist.
you know what,
I'm not medical.
sadly,
Not
that's
medical.
probably a highly asked question.
It actually
I mean,
is.
sadly.
Of course,
I bet
most
it
of the people
is.
coming to see you, I would assume, have a list of medications.
Typically, yes.
All right. You have an office here in Athens.
I do.
Now, where are you located?
I'm on 725 West Market Street. It's right across from the hospital ER parking lot.
Okay. What Stan had told me about you, and we need to get you up on the show to answer some serious questions we might have about our situation.
I'm not sure
What?
which situation.
Oh, there's probably several,
I'll
Nancy.
make up something before this interview's over with. What kind of people make an appointment to come to see you, and how can you help them?
Okay. I have a general practice, so it's kind of like a broad spectrum. A lots of anxiety, depression. Now, I do specialize in trauma, so a lot of people will come to me for trauma-related issues. How do I help them?
Yeah, I mean,
You also
you
work
say
with
anxiety.
children.
I do work with children. I specialize
Yeah.
with children. So.
All right. Now, has this got a lot to do with bullying or stuff like that, what they're going through at school when you talk with kids, or what?
Typically with children, I mean, sometimes it's very similar to what adults deal with. You know, they're having anxiety, they have depression. You know, children have to go through life changes that's not their choice. It's kind of thrust on by adult life. Divorces, transitions in homes to caretakers, and sometimes they do even show early in age depression or mood disorders and things
Now,
like
is most of your clientele young people, or is it just a
Imagine it varies.
various age groups?
Yeah, it's a very diverse age group. You know, I kind of have a split from adult children, but I'm a play therapist, so I do a strong work with play therapy and children, with children.
So, do people come to you that are depressed a lot?
They do.
What is some advice for somebody who is deeply depressed? I mean, do you call the cops right then, come and arrest them, or to save their life, or what?
No.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Sure.
We don't know.
Are you asking before you
Yeah, I mean,
come
if
in to
somebody-
make
no,
sure
I mean-
that you're okay?
Well, I hope I'm not depressed, but I mean, you never know. If this show don't get any better, I might be.
But typically,
But,
do people know that if they are deeply depressed? I mean, do they know it?
They typically know it. I mean, you know, if you're not getting out of bed, if you're not getting dressed, if you're not bathing, if you're just quitting on life, then you kind of know something's wrong. But having the motivation to get up and do something about it, that's the bigger challenge.
you know, Athens and Limestone County, unfortunately, over the last month or two, has had more than our share of suicides here.
Yeah.
What, in your professional opinion, causes something like that?
Suicides, you know, of course, depression does play a major factor, and I know some of the other things, and I don't know all the facts for the most recent ones, but then you have a lot of different things like life situations and stressors are definitely going to exacerbate when you have depression. It's just going to kind of feel like it's tipping you over. You know, sometimes it can be issues with pain related, you know, chronic pain, overwhelming. So a lot of times it's a compound of things in addition to depression to where you just feel like you just can't overcome it.
Do
Yeah.
loved ones need to step in and try to get someone to counseling if they see a loved one depressed like that?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. It sounds to me like in your job, in what you have degrees and all that, and what you see people, it sounds like you're kind of like a preacher who sits there all day long and all they hear is these sad stories, and they're trying to give somebody words of encouragement. What is your day like when you're through?
Day like when I'm through.
I mean, don't you get depressed listening to all this stuff all day long?
You know, oddly enough, I don't. I guess I kind of feel that I'm blessed to be able to maybe make a difference somehow. So typically when clients come in, you know, listening to their story, I hear their story, but everyone has strengths. So you find their strengths and you try to kind of pull up their strengths, whether it's their family or something within them, and try to kind of get them to start there. So at the end of the day, I'm usually kind of feeling like there has been something made better in some way. So that kind of keeps me in a good place.
Now, do you do group therapy too, or is this just...
Now, right now,
one-on-one?
I don't have any active groups right now. I do group therapy, but I don't have any active right now.
Oh, okay.
So like if an employer wants to bring you in to talk to a staff, you do that?
As far as like me doing on-site, I
Or
have.
do they come to you?
Typically, they come to me now. I did do some traveling initially. I used to go out to the schools a lot and do therapy in the school systems, but now I just kind of do it in the home office.
How would you describe someone that's kind of proud of themselves and their accomplishments in the past and kind of like to bring it up to where a lot of people kind of know it on a daily basis? Well, is that a healthy attitude to have?
Well, you know, that's a little bit of a spectrum there. I think I heard some narcissism being the word used a minute ago. But you could be very confident or you could be narcissistic. I guess it depends
I'm
on.
confident I'm narcissistic.
You're in a class pass all your own.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to hear.
That's right,
All
exactly.
right,
You're
stay
a lot
on.
of
You know,
trouble.
you're getting ready to go over to do Dale's show here in a few moments. You're over there every Thursday. Filled in the other day for 2 or 3 hours. Hey, radio ain't as easy as it looks. I mean, you think all I got to do is sit back here and talk.
Oh, well, when you're a guest and they're just asking you questions, it's easy. But when you
Yeah.
got 3 hours in front of you, you feel like just hitting the microphone and going, "Hello, is anybody out there? Hello."
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you could do like the Robin Williams thing, "Good morning, Vietnam," but it just
Well,
sounds
all they
funny.
will do next door is say Trump, 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 and then if you don't like Trump, you know, you don't be listening. But
Yeah.
but you're also in Jacob Title Company. You are one of the leading closers of property. I guess you're staying pretty busy these days.
We definitely are. Real estate's doing a lot of good things here locally with the way things are growing, and that's exactly right. I'm a real estate loan closer, and we talk about that a lot on the, you know, different advertising.
And also, Hometown Lenders is one of your big clients. You've been with them
Hometown
forever
Lenders,
since
absolutely.
they grew, and that Gloria's involved with now.
Yes,
What is the
great company.
advantage of working? You folks looking at home or watching that are thinking about buying a home or refinancing. What is? And there's plenty of people at their banks and everything. They're all great folks. What is the advantage of dealing with Gloria and the folks at Hometown Lenders?
Well, it's because Hometown Lenders really does just that only. I mean, a bank, great banks, of course, but they do all kind of broad services. But you know, the whole idea of specialization in all kinds of work disciplines is fantastic. They focus on one thing all day long. And of course, you have a local person you can deal with, like Gloria, and that's the Hometown Lenders concept. Is deal with somebody local, but they're also very big. They're the largest independent mortgage lenders in Alabama.
That's saying something to start.
Well, it really is. It shows
humble beginnings.
It shows their success, but their success is based on the personal touch.
So they
And
are the
give back to
largest.
they give back to the community as well.
They're the largest independent in Alabama.
They are the largest, and they just started like maybe 1999, I think, something like that. So that may sound like a long time. But
In most cases, they can close quicker.
well,
than
probably
most
about 25 days, roughly. Anywhere between 22, 28, I think. And of course, we do a lot of their closings.
Yeah,
And so,
I wanted you to throw that in there.
And if you
Yeah.
happen to be selling a piece of property by owner and you sell it and you really don't know how to go about the closing, recommend Jacob Title. Help
Right.
us out quickly.
Stan's the man. He'll be there in a heartbeat. All right, I know you get ready to go over there in a minute and talk some politics. I had a thing. I don't know if I wrote it down, but they had a thing on AL.com yesterday.
Oh,
Did you see it? Questions about politics and.
some of the bad things have happened now.
Well, yeah, it goes on down through there. Like, what was the one guy running for governor that thought he had it won and got drunk, couldn't remember his kids' names?
You know, that was Big Jim Folsom. He
Said he
the
was drugged.
He had the governor's race won, and he was on TV the night before the race, and apparently was so drunk he couldn't remember his own children's names. And some other things like that.
that's
It's pretty
Yeah, well,
bad.
let me ask you, all right, here's one we will talk about. I know
I do have 7, Lewis, Locker, Lloyd.
and you pick them all up sometimes at Cracker Barrel.
They're always in tow, every one of them.
That's right.
7 out of 7.
What's the deal with Governor Bentley trying to reinvent himself?
I guess once you get the political bug, it's hard to.
Shake it.
I don't know, Nancy. When someone has the political bug, is there any way that they can shake it? You know, I think.
Yeah, we have. But why is he coming out now? Is he going to really run for a U.S. Senate?
I
Is
don't
that a
think he will,
possibility?
Jamie. I don't think so. He's probably just wanting to rehabilitate his reputation as best he can. But at the end of the day, I don't see why he would run. The problem will be money. You know, you learn very fast if you're running for one of those races. You start writing checks for $10,000, $20,000, and somebody's not giving it to you. When he goes back to the well, one of his biggest donors, I'll just have fun with this, was Paul Bryant Jr.
Yeah.
When he calls up Paul Bryant Jr. this time and says, "I need $100,000 to get started," and he says no, I think he'll kind of decide not to run.
Well, Nancy, I got to say, it's a pleasure having you up here this morning. Do people call and make an appointment, or how does it work to get in to see you?
Sure, yeah, they can call the office, 256-497-1790, and staff will help them.
What is one of the things you like most about, because what you got to do has got to be depressing, hard, or whatever. What do you like about doing that?
Okay, I think kind of like what I mentioned a minute ago, it's feeling like you're part of something that's making a difference or something better. So it's a good thing.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, after therapy, it has to help people.
You hope so. You want to see movement. Definitely.
That's
Well,
awesome.
we all need something from time to time.
Yeah.
What do your sessions usually last, an hour?
Yeah, typically an hour. Yeah.
So you don't come in, lay down on the sofa, and just start telling your problems, do you?
No, typically, they'll come in and you build a relationship after a while, as far as kind of letting you know what's going on in life. But then we start working on how you deal with life, kind of like what you're asking me. How do you take care of yourself? And we build on that first. Yeah.
Tools to make better choices.
Exactly. How you do self-care, what's something that helps you regenerate, regulate, calm down, take
Get
care
over
of problems. Yeah. How do you cope? How do you deal with life?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what is a
There's
good
1,000
answer right now
questions.
for our multi-million viewers out there that to better themselves and deal with life on a daily basis?
To deal with life on a daily
The
basis.
generic average person like Todd, for example.
Yeah.
No one's generic.
Well, I would say the first thing is to recognize what actually is your self-care, as far as if it's family, if it's spirituality, if it's exercise. You've got to find the things that rejuvenate you. And that needs to be your go-to as often as you can.
All right, well, thanks for coming up this morning. Hope we didn't put you on the spot too much. You were a whiz at Judge Jamie.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I'll just say yeah.
She was just so ready to win that prize.
Tune in and listen to Stan in just a moment over on Dale Jacksonville. And then don't forget to tune in tomorrow to Anderson Cooper live 6 to 7 hour on VNN with
Straight
Will
talk.
Jackson and me. So I don't talk a lot of politics, but
It's
I'll
Will
talk some
Anderson
other
and
things.
Jamie Cooper. That's the name.
Anderson
Cooper.
That's
Yeah.
straight talk. That's right. Good answer. All right, we'll get out of here for the weekend. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.